seeing it clear. All the ways you try to keep me bound up inside of my head. Lock me up, but then you call it love. Ooh, why you took the pleasure to burn my time?
Yeah, I'm going to show us how to mix Silky lead vocals for contemporary R&B music. Okay, this song is "Look at Me Now" by Jessica Kilger. Okay, and very nice song. I enjoyed working the mix for this song. Um, yeah, if you're seeing this video now, the song will be out on this Friday. But that's today's Wednesday, so it will be out this Friday. But if you've seen it later onwards, then that means the song is out and it's available on all streaming platforms. So it's going to be out 24th of this month, July. All right, so let's get into it.
You claim to be.
Let's listen to the lead vocal.
What's best for me, but you lied, a liar. I should have known you came.
So you'd notice that for the lead vocals, I have like three channels or three tracks of the lead vocals. One is the actual lead vocal. The second one is me duplicating the lead vocal here. Okay. But I turned down the octave of that track. All right. Turn down the octave of the track. Why the third one is still the lead vocal, but I kind of used it to create some effects. All right. To create some effects. So that's why you could see the very first track, it's almost like it's full, complete here. The second one, it's almost like it's patches of it. The third one, the same thing. But let's look at the chain, the lead vocal chain. I don't have much going on here. So, first of all, I'm using the UAD 610B preamp. That's what I'm starting my chain with. Okay. And it's a tube amplifier. All right. So I'm having the presets soul vocal, and I'm having the gain at +5 here. Then I'm having the low frequency at 1.5, the high 1.5, minus 1.5, the high plus 1.5. Then the level, I think I'm hitting about 7 here. Yeah, I can tell about 7. So then after that, I had to position my lead vocal. I wanted the lead vocal to be more central. And that's why I'm using this plugin, the DVR Pro 2 plugin. So you can see the distance. I'm having a 1.2 whereby the unit vocal is more centered and the stereo width just nearly to 10. Okay, I needed the vocal to be more centered in the mix. Then of course I'm using the X pitch, to auto tune. Using the X pitch to auto tune. Nothing too fancy here, but I like the effect that this X pitch is using. on it. Then my Slate digital VMR. So this is where the entire like bulk of the processing is happening. All right. So I have the FG2A compressor. I'm starting it with the FG2A compressor. Then going into the FGS EQ. And for this EQ, I'm really not doing too much, only just cutting down a little of the mid and boosting a little of the high mid. Then I have it running into the FG stress compressor, and using my CSS, that's the custom series equalizer here, and finally closing the chain with this custom opto compressor where I'm giving a bit of air, the tone to be airy, which is making that crispy sound of it. Okay. Then for my saturation, I'm using the chroma tip. I'm using the chroma tip saturation. Okay. Using the chroma tip saturation. So after having this, of course, this is what generally is running for the chain of my lead vocal that is making the lead vocal sound.
Seeing it clear. All the ways that try to keep me bound up inside of my head. Lock me up, but then you call it love. Ooh, why you took the pleasure to burn my tongue.
Okay, now let's see what is happening to these other tracks here. For this one, I named low octave. Like I said, it's the same track that I duplicated, but how I'm making it low octave, I'm using this pitch monk shifter. Okay, and that's the only thing I'm doing here is just to go down an octave low. All right, which is just this minor 12 here, an octave low, and that's it. Then for this second, or rather the third track for the lead vocal, what I'm doing is I'm doing a telephonic style of EQ, okay, and I'm using the Cubase Studio EQ to achieve this for this telephonic style of EQ. After which I'm running it into the Cubase vocal chain EQ style. So yeah, this is the Studio EQ using the preset telephone. Okay, you can see it here. Then the vocal chain, Cubase vocal chain, you can actually process your entire vocals just using this. But what I'm using from here is just the delay, the exciter, and the reverb. Okay, putting the reverb aspect. So that's where you have these effects coming in. You're having all those lush kind of effects. Then, of course, for the general effect that I'm sending into the lead vocal, I have the played verb, first of all, and I'm using the Valhalla vintage verb with the played settings. You can see my decay is a bit large because of how spacious the song is. I wanted the the vocal to have much of that decay space, effect. Then my pre-delay is 15. My mix is entirely 100. The color 90, 80s. Then of course I'm doing EQ cuts 300 and 6,000. After which I'm also using another verb, which is a large verb. And this one is where I introduce the Lander FX voice. Now, this particular verb has a very bright EQ into it that is giving me that very nice texture that I like. So I have the Lander FX, I have the blend entirely 200, the reverb, and I'm choosing the bright hole preset. That's the bright hole preset is what's giving me that nice feel. So yeah, and you have the lead vocals.
Seeing it clear. All the ways you try to keep me bound up inside of my head. Lock me up, but then you call it love. Ooh, why you took the pleasure out of burn my time. You claim to be what's best for me, but you lied, a liar. I should have known.
This is how I process my lead vocal for R&B textures, to have that very nice, silky, beautiful, lush sound. So yeah, I hope it is help and you can, implement it in your next mix. All right.